The spine is an amazingly complex structure, both strong and flexible. It allows us to accomplish a wide range of movements and lift heavy loads. It's also a permanent support structure for the body. The spine is sturdy yet fragile, susceptible to mechanical constraints, bad posture, and poor handling of heavy loads. Backaches are a common complaint. 80% of the population has experienced them at some time. If the spine is abused, it elicits revenge, causing problems ranging from mild discomfort to chronic pain. Back problems represent 25 to 30% of all workplace injuries. Certain sectors have a particularly high rate of back injuries. Construction, medical services, industry, forestry, and transportation. Even musicians sometimes develop problems because of awkward positions. Only 6% of people suffering from backaches have chronic pain. The vast majority of backaches heal in under 3 months. Backaches cause more than twice as many days of absenteeism as all other occupational injuries. They occasion considerable social costs. The causes of backaches can be divided into 3 interrelated categories: stress, both physical and psychological; accidents, which often occur at work; and certain degenerative diseases like arthrosis. In order to better understand the cause of backaches, let's look at the anatomy of the spinal column. The spinal column is composed of 33 bones. The top 7 segments are the cervical vertebrae. Just underneath are 12 thoracic vertebrae. Then come the 5 large lumbar vertebrae, the strongest bones in the spine, which support the bulk of the weight placed on the back. At the bottom are fused vertebrae, which form 2 distinct bones, the sacrum and the coccyx. 4 gentle curves in the spine give it an S shape. These curves provide flexibility and help absorb shocks. If the curvature is abnormal, back problems may occur. Here is a vertebra, one of the key building blocks of the spine. Its front part contains a compact cylindrical mass called the vertebral body. The back part, called the vertebral arch, has an opening for the passage of the spinal cord. 2 nerve roots emerge from each vertebra and branch out into a network that extends throughout the entire body. Severe damage to the spinal cord can lead to paralysis. The vertebral arch contains bony segments called processes. There are 2 transverse processes which project from either side, and a spinous process which projects towards the back. The muscles and ligaments are attached to the processes. 2 pairs of articular processes link each vertebra to the one above and below. Because this precise mechanism is so delicate and the whole area is so rich in nerve endings, it's frequently a site of pain. Between each vertebra is a fibrous body called an intervertebral disc, which functions as a shock absorber. After a hard day's work, the disc may lose some of its water and elasticity. It also deteriorates with age. The degeneration of the intervertebral disc is a normal part of aging. It can, however, lead to complications, like the herniated disc. Discs and vertebrae mesh together to form a highly complex mechanism. The spinal column has a great capacity to move. It can twist, stretch, and bend. Yet it provides solid support to the torso. How can the spine be at once sturdy and flexible? The flexibility of the spine results from the range of movements of each vertebra. The sturdiness comes from the fact that each movement is limited. The facet joints act as a locking mechanism, and the discs provide a fulcrum. This gives the whole unit perfect stability. When everything is in good working order, the spine offers wonderful possibilities for movement and flexibility. But problems can occur. Deterioration of the intervertebral disc, compression of the nerve root, and muscle spasms are all causes of back pain. Among the elderly, back pain may also be caused by spinal crush fractures as a result of osteoporosis. High levels of stress and psychological problems create tension, which may affect the muscles of the thoracic and lumbar regions. It is difficult to precisely define the link between stress and backaches. However, stress appears to be both a cause and a consequence of backache. Persistent pain in the back area may make a person anxious or irritable. Many threats to back health are found in the work environment. These include repetitive movements, bad posture, stationary positions, vibrations, and poor manipulation of heavy objects. Stephen is a horticulturist. Many times during his working day, he performs movements which could strain the back. Sports can also cause injuries to the spinal column, particularly when they are practiced on hard surfaces. Tennis and golf require that the back perform complex movements involving twisting, stretching, and bending. Windsurfing is particularly demanding in terms of stretching. Here, a novice windsurfer makes the mistake of keeping his knees locked and using his back muscles to hold up the sailboard. By bending his knees, he lowers his center of gravity and transfers the stress to his thighs. Even ordinary activities like grocery shopping require twisting and stretching of the lower back. How can backache be treated? Manipulations by osteopaths and chiropractors provide relief for certain types of back pain. These manipulations aim to restore movement to the processes which cause inflammation and pain when they are immobile. Another effective form of treatment is acupuncture, which can be helpful for muscle spasms, twisting, and swollen ligaments. Other activities can be used to maintain back strength and flexibility. These people are practicing Tai Chi, an age-old Chinese art which encourages awareness of how the body's weight is distributed. The goal is to make the legs work more and the back work less. Although physical activity is generally good for the back, certain exercises are not recommended for people who already suffer from sore backs. Two basic rules should always be followed when exercising. Start every session with a good warm-up and learn the proper techniques before practicing a sport. One of the merits of exercise is that it helps maintain sufficient amounts of bone tissue. On the other hand, inactivity tends to reduce bone mass. Weightlessness in space has the same effect. Astronauts may lose up to 20% of bone mass. Studies have shown that women aged 69 to 95 who exercise for at least 30 minutes 3 times a week are often able to ward off osteoporosis and slow down bone loss. Several good habits can be adopted to minimize back problems. These include sleeping on a firm mattress, sitting on a good chair during long hours of sedentary work, and refraining from wearing high-heeled shoes, which confine the feet and harm the spinal column. Although back problems have many different causes and treatment remains limited, they are the subject of little research. The science which studies the relationship between physical effort and methods of working is called biomechanics. This science aims to develop safe, effective ways to perform precise tasks. Ergonomics is an applied science which aims to develop equipment adapted to individuals' physiological and biomechanical needs. Significant progress has been made in this field. Some healthcare centers now emphasize a multidisciplinary approach to cases of chronic back pain. Each patient may be followed by a team made up of a physician, psychologist, social worker, ergonomist, dietitian, physiotherapist, and physical education instructor. For the patient, this approach is demanding but worthwhile. We all should strive to maintain a strong, healthy back.